So, our next Patreon request comes from Christopher Rosa, who asked me to do a topic that I've been actually meaning to get off my chest, and that is the current state of Disney animation. So yeah. As always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where you guys can hit the third tier. That'll allow you access to do so. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get started with the video. Yeah, so this is not going to be a fun video. This is not going to be a fun topic to talk about. And keep in mind, when I talk about things like the state of animation, the thing that really brought, apparently, according to Rosa, the reason why they wanted me to do this Patreon request was because even though I didn't like the show, they removed Haley's on It from Disney Plus, and that you can't find it anywhere. There's no DVD release. There is no anything. There's really nowhere you can get it now. And that's not the case. And it's not just Disney, I would say. It's everyone. It is like every streaming site, because they want to like give either they can only put so much on streaming, or they want to give the streaming rights to another place and get the money off of there, rather than be forced to keep it on for themselves. You see, it's all about corporate greed, people. That is the genuine truth. And that is why, and when I say this, I'm going to do my best not to sound elitist, but that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I buy physical media. Oh my god, I did all the... I'm glad that bit worked. I was afraid I was a DVD collection short. But yeah. So, it's the same thing with, like, another big acute problem with this was Funimation, when they, when Funimation and Crunchyroll had their whole thing and got rid of everyone's, collection, even though they bought it digital, but they were like, nah, we're gonna get rid of the site and we're just gonna delete all that. Thanks. And that's the problem now, more than anything else. It is a state of constant fear of losing everything you owned. It's almost it's almost like corporations now know that they can just get you by the balls, and that's why physical media is so important these days, because it gives you ownership of this. And I think that's why corporations, you see less and less like focus on physical media, because they know why buy it, and then you can just be like, oh, I can just watch it at home whenever I want, when they could be like, no, you can watch it when we tell you to watch it. That's the scary thing. But the other thing is, and this is more of the meat and potatoes of this video, is that the state of especially Disney animation, let's get to that, is that it's really bad. That's and it's not just them, it's Cartoon Network, it's Nickelodeon. Again, it's all corporate capitalism greed. But Disney's been really malicious for a while. Like, Disney, I think, out of all of right behind Warner Brothers, has been incredibly malicious towards animation as of late, especially to their TV department, their TV cartoons. Recently, if you guys remember, there was a whole uprising with Alex Hirsch, Matt Barley, and Dana Terrence, who all of them got together to not only make a protest, but also had to make. They're now making merchandise of Crossing all the Amphibia, Gravity Falls, and Owl House all together to help pay for their own stuff. It's really, Disney has been nothing short of, malicious towards the TV brand since Gravity Falls. Like, since, Gravity Falls ended, there's been nothing short. And again, you could, point to, maybe Chapek or... No, this goes back all the way back to Iger. This goes back to Iger or Eisner back in his late days. The problem is that they don't see TV as, a marketable form anymore. They don't see that regular cartoons. It's not like the 90s anymore where, you had Gargoyles and, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, where they were so popular, they were getting more and more in the park, even. Yeah, that's the problem. Therein lies the problem, is that the fucking the fucking whole thing is like, they, you know, why have it at all? Like, there's just this level of maliciousness behind it, probably because Disney does not like the Disney, and it's always been the case in recent years, is that, and again, it's not just Iger or Chapek or anything like that. It is just a shitstorm of between corporate greed and this lack of imagination that's been going on, especially in Disney, that has, you know, beat down creativity. And again, it's another example of like when the Owl House got canceled and had only could do 3 specials, and that first special it peaked so high that Disney was like, oh fuck, we didn't realize what we were canceling, because it was all about penny pinching, and it still is penny pinching. It's bad. Like, I think it's not gonna get it's not gonna get better, guys. It is in no way, shape, or form getting better. It's not just animation, it's gaming. It's a lot of things where just this, you know, corporate greed can just get, you know, greedier and greedier, and they think they can get away with it, and they know they can get away with it unless we do something about it, which no one wants to. Everyone wants just to yell at each other. All I can say is it's awful. And I didn't even like Haley's on it, but again, it gives you that whole thing of like, why put out, you know, DVD or Blu-ray collections now? Have you seen one of Star vs. the Forces of Evil? Have you seen one of Amphibia or, you know, the Owl House? Have you seen any of those? I know someone said, oh, it's on, there was one on there was a Blu-ray collection of Owl House on Walmart. That was Etsy rips. It sucks because now, like, not just Disney but everyone else knows that, like, oh, you know, the only way you're going to be able to watch this is maybe have a chance on it on our streaming site, and if not, you're just going to have to be shit out of luck. Oh well. Also, don't try to sue us because you signed a binding contract with Disney, you know, that prevents us from suing us even if you die at our parks. Yeah. So it just sucks all around. But I've said my piece, and this is a video that, like, has been a long time coming, and I don't really feel comfortable getting too deep into it, going further, rather than just giving my thoughts, because, like, I don't have an answer for you other than this is bullshit. So, yeah, this is a little heavy, but anyway. But anyway, I want to thank Christopher Rosa for sending me this Patreon request, as well as continued patronage. And yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below. I already know the answers. I'm going to be honest. I already know the answer to all this. It's bullshit. It's collective 100% bullshit. We all know it is. But anyway, yeah, just comment below. Let me know what you guys think of all this. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in Multiverse.